Alive. All right. Hello and welcome all. This is our 12th webinar. Or 12th one, right? Shali? 12th? 11th? 11th? 12th? 11th. All right. This is almost an anniversary that we're making today. We started our first webinar in probably December last year. November last year? All right. So this is that's why I said that it's the 12th one. But yeah, it's almost an year since we have started this webinar or podcast or whatever you want to call it, and hence we thought that it's better to start changing at least the setup that we use in order to deliver the same, make it a little more casual, and the topics also should be a little more digestible rather than using the more technical ones. So hence we are here with another webinar, and this time we do not have only one expert onto it. We have got two ones sitting both on both of the sides of me. One is Priyanshu. Here on this side, Priyanshu, say hi.
Hi.
Later I'll be introducing him as well. And we have got Chakshav on the right of me. Hi Chakshav.
Hi guys.
And today we are going to talk about 5 ways to drive customer success with Salesforce. Let's just move forward. Before starting with this webinar, let me just showcase you. Let me just tell you about one thing that we really are not much interested in talking about, but very, very important. Forward-looking statement. Please do not make any buying or purchasing decisions based on this webinar or based on the content delivered over here. This is purely for educational purposes and some entertainment purposes as well. Please talk to your account executives or whosoever is responsible from the Salesforce sides or from any other platform sides, if we take the name of any other platform in between, to verify the features, the lists, and the capabilities as well as the pricing before making any purchasing decision. We are not responsible for that in any way. Let's move ahead. Let me introduce you to Syntexa. Syntexa is a Salesforce Crest, earlier called as Gold Consulting Partner. We are catering to 14 different industries with clients spread across 20 countries. And we specialize into multi-cloud and cross-cloud implementations. And we are also an approved ISV partner, cloud reseller partner, and link partner. And somehow I don't know how our marketing team always forgets to add app exchange partner. We've got more than like 3-4 products which are live on app exchange. The popular ones are Charge On, Easy Incentivizer, and Arch Merchant Tool, right? Yeah. And Easy Caller. And there was some easy roll up as well. We'll talk about that later. We've got more than 700 projects delivered with 560 plus clients and whatever CSAT score that we have shown over here. Now it's time for the introduction of the guests in here. This one sitting on the left of me is Priyanshu. He's leading the Salesforce Commerce Cloud practice at Syntexa and a lot of other things as well. This is a popular face on this webinar. Happens to be around a lot of times, but this is a new face. Like generally a new face, not the new face at Syntexa, but on this webinar, Chakshav Khurana, right? Chakshav Khurana, he's a growth strategist at Syntexa. He's taking care of the growth aspect of Syntexa in all terms. So yeah, hi.
Yes.
Excited?
Nice to be here. Yes, first time.
Are you?
I'm great.
Sleepy?
Yeah, it's a bit late, but yeah, excited to do the webinar.
All right, we'll just cover it up in a fast manner or in an engaging one.
Both.
Or a fun one.
Let's keep it fun, fast, and effective.
All right. Let's start with agenda. So today's agenda looks something like this. First of all, we're going to understand the customer success for business, what exactly customer success is. Then we're going to talk about Salesforce, the unified solution for any business. Then we're going to talk about 5 strategies for driving customer success with Salesforce. And then we're going to talk about key metrics for customer success, and then like how to choose the best practices and how to choose the right implementation partner for any of these things, right? So let's start with understanding customer success for business. So when talking about customer success, who else can better explain it than the one who is managing the growth at Syntexa? So let's hear it from Chakshav.
Thank you for that. So customer success is just nothing. It's a business strategy centered around keeping in mind the end outcomes of our end customers and our customers. It helps us to prioritize their goals, their journeys, and they're just keeping in mind their overall experiences. There are a bunch of ways we can influence customer success. It's the challenges that they face, our solutions that help them to eradicate those challenges. There's multiple ways to actually drive improvements. Gathering insight, analyzing the customer performance data is a very important part as well. So keeping all of those factors in mind. we can make comprehensive decisions to help our customers achieve customer success, and through that, for us Syntexa also to achieve customer success. The other question that generally pops is that why is customer success so important for businesses? I think it's a pretty straightforward question. Businesses can't operate in isolation. They have to provide value and ensure that the customer success, not only for themselves but the end customer, is also there. There are multiple ways through which we can actually define or calculate customer success. The first is retain customers. I think it's a common fact at this point that acquiring new customers is always a more costly affair than just maintaining your current customers. There are a bunch of additional costs that a business is able to save over a period of time by by ensuring that they're able to generate business with their current customers rather than putting more of their energies on acquiring new ones. So I mentioned saving costs. There are a bunch of ancillary costs that a business can acquire through marketing efforts, through demoing their capabilities, and then ensuring that they have the skills that they think that they have. So over a period of time, if a business focuses on deriving customer success on top of their values, it's a much better proposition for everybody, for all the stakeholders involved. It also increases customer lifetime value. Obviously, nobody gets into business to do just one-time transactions. They want to ensure that they're able to get repeat businesses, upselling, cross-selling through their current customers. It repeats to lead referrals, repeat purchases, and ensures that you're like a long-term name within the ecosystem that you're delivering. Salesforce, for example, that way. And obviously, as a business, if your focus is only just providing solution, that's never a long-term or sustainable way to grow. You should always ensure that you're also deriving value in terms of customer success when you're providing solutions, when you're doing your interactions with your customers. We've actually built from our own experiences to ensure how customer success has played a part. We have some stats on the screen for you. So customer satisfaction increases by about 22% when companies invest in customer success initiatives. There are multiple ways, intangible and tangible factors that help you, increase the customer satisfaction. 91% of customers are more likely to purchase a brand that provides excellent customer service, right? There are n number of providers at any given point of time who's giving the same product or solution that you guys are doing. As a differentiator, if you're able to, provide customer success, overall better customer experience, your customers will always prefer you over the competition. Businesses which has a strong customer focus as a root of their business operations are able to outperform their customers by 60%, roughly speaking. And companies with dedicated customer success programs across all levels of their company increases 15% of their customer lifetime value, which we covered earlier is a very important factor for any customer to achieve
customer success.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's talk about Salesforce and customer success. As Chakshav said, that 60% or 60%?
16%. 16.
No, 60%. I mean, so if so you are ahead of your business if you're focusing on to customer success over your competitors, at least 60%. What that means is like if your competitor is earning like, let's say 100 crores, you're at least earning 160 crores just because you're focusing on to customer success. What that means naturally is at the end of the day, the one thing that you want to deliver to your customer is their success, right? You're not selling a problem. You're not selling. Sometimes you're selling a problem if you're in consulting, but all right.
That's a different conversation.
That's a different conversation, not for this webinar. But I mean, you're not selling a product. You're not selling a solution. You're just making sure that the other person that you're in a business with is successful, right? And when you talk about these metrics, there's no other brand that we can talk about or no other company that we can talk about which focuses onto it more than Salesforce. So let's try to cover that up, right? So Salesforce and customer success has got a deep rooted value together. In 1999, when Mark started Salesforce, it was just an application, cloud computing based, which wanted to which just helped salespeople manage their lead cycles, their lead to account cycle or their complete lead life cycle, right? But later it grew up to so much. What was the one key value that they kept on working on while developing it or while growing? The Salesforce organization. That was customer success, and that's still the number one key value that Salesforce follows, which is exactly what makes it the most innovative company out there in the world. And also regularly, like from last 1 decade, as far as I know, it's the leader in the CRM market. Why? Because it focuses on to the customer's success, right? Not onto its own success. And like the success of Salesforce comes only when the customers of Salesforce are winning, right? So that's overall how it looks like. And it's not just in the terms when we are just describing it, oh la la la, this is customer success and Salesforce focuses on to customer success. You can look into each of its products, each of its applications, the capabilities that they are regularly delivering into each of their cycle, each of their release cycles, which is completely focused onto the success of the customers. Customers want this, need this. There is something on the idea exchange that is getting voted. They are making sure that in the next release, if its impact is really higher for the customer, it is getting delivered no matter what is happening. So that's how an organization should work. And that's exactly what Salesforce is doing, not just with themselves within the organization, but they're also making sure that their customers are winning. And how their customers are going to win with the customer success that they're going to bring for their own customers. So it's not just their clients, it's not just Salesforce's client that they're focused about, it's also the experience that the clients of the or the customers of the client is. All right, let's take it this way. Salesforce has Adidas as a client. I'm just taking a random name. Let's say XYZ Apparels as a brand, as a client. So XYZ Apparels also have some customers. So the focus while developing the products of Salesforce is not just onto delivering success for XYZ Apparels, but also in delivering success for the customers of XYZ Apparels. And that's exactly how the product gets developed, delivered, and that's exactly how the whole overall experience gets wired up in all of its application products and all of the capabilities that it delivers. So that's something that we're going to discuss in this. I'm later on, one by one, by talking about each of the products that it provides and how they help in different aspects of business in order to bring in customer success for the clients. Before than that, we have Salesforce, the unified solution for any business. So what makes it different from any other CRM out there?
I believe it's the Salesforce ecosystem. We have a really widespread suite of products. Like we started with sales and service, then we Salesforce occupied marketing.
Numerous companies.
Yeah, marketing cloud was added, commerce was added, and there were many things. Analytics was added, and I think they are doing a lot of things related to Einstein AI, right? So each and every product of Salesforce has a hint of Einstein here and there, so that they could make it easier for the people who are using the CRM, and they could have a really smooth experience. That even things like even in marketing, creating the content using AI, or even serving your customers using AI.
Even when you're getting a customer support ticket and when you're writing down the reply to that, the AI is helping you write down the right things which should be delivered there.
So I believe it's just the innovation. They're keeping up with the market trends.
They're keeping up with the requirements of their, with the growing requirements of their customers, and always trying to deliver the best onto it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Not really.
It's also
Tell me.
like many of the Salesforce products, they are built for different type of businesses. So they're also catering to different type of businesses. That's what I wanted to say.
I think they bring them under the Salesforce banner and then create one seamless experience for everybody involved.
And by the way, a lot of times, a lot of people create products, create applications, create platforms, focusing onto the business, right? But they do not think about the people in that business as well. So it's not just about the customer success. They're all people, right? So if you're not thinking about the people, whether it be the customer or the people working for your own organization, which you call as employee, it focuses on to that as well. So if you're going to just look at the user experience of the other application that you want to use in order to do the marketing automation, it's awful. But when you check out Marketing Cloud and the journeys that you create over there, it's so interactive that it actually wants you to do more of it when you are a marketing individual, and all what you think about is those designs and everything. But in order to do the marketing automation, you have to go through those sheets kind of a UI or tools which is not that interactive and not that intuitive. So they focus on to the experience of the end users as well. All right, let's talk about the business overview that we are going to discuss while taking care of each of the Salesforce capabilities. Number one is so the business overview.
Right. So the business overview, currently we are considering a business named Boho Bliss. They are
Where did you got this name?
Kushali would be able to answer that.
Kushali?
But
What answers you've got? Google. So it's a made up name.
right. So it's a hypothetical name
So,
that we're
so
giving to
you
this
like
business.
boho style apparels? Then why boho bliss?
Is it influenced from Soho? By any
Ha ha
chance?
ha 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 ha. Yeah, it's influenced from Soho. Yeah, she said that. All right, yeah, boho bliss.
All right. So Boho Bliss is a B2C and B2C where they cater to both of the both type of customers, and they operate both in online and offline store, brick and mortar stores. And their major businesses around they sell dresses, sweaters, accessories, right? And they have
Only for girls?
no, for both
All
men
right,
and
fine.
women. So so they have an online presence as well as an offline presence. So let's see how Salesforce actually helped them. What all Salesforce product that they use in order to gain customer success. So yeah, so in front of you there are different Salesforce products that Boho Bliss utilize. So there's sales and service, definitely to provide lead management and customer services. There's Marketing Cloud, Pardot, loyalty. Pardot and Marketing Cloud because they are both B2B and B2C. There's loyalty to provide customer loyalty. Definitely, that's important nowadays. There's Salesforce Industries. There's specific retail cloud available for inside this Salesforce Industries. Then there's Experience Cloud and Einstein AI, which is present in almost all the clouds mentioned above. So
Let's start
talk
with
about
Sales and Service Cloud.
yeah, let's talk about Sales and Service Cloud. So if we talk about sales cloud is basically used to manage the leads, right? And the whole lead management lead cycle can be managed inside sales.
The complete
Salesforce.
sales life cycle is what he wants to say over here.
Yeah.
The Sales Cloud helps you manage the complete sales life cycle, whether it be like capturing the leads, taking them through a lead life cycle, then converting them into accounts, then getting some deals from them, working onto them, onto different stages, getting them converted, having a product portfolio, having different price lists and products, price books for different, for different type of customers or for different territories or for different regions and all of that. And then like making sure that all of this is functioning seamlessly while maintaining the right records for the accounts and the contacts that you have over there. At the same point of time, you also want the reports and analytics to be done for all of the process that you're doing over here. And over on top of that, if you want to do sales forecasting, where you want to make sure that how much money can I make in the next 3 months or in the next 6 months or in the next 9 months, you want that forecasting to be there in order for your business to be running appropriately, serving the needs. And if there's a need to get to work upon something in order to wrap it up for next 3 months, or to just tone down certain little things for the next 6 months or something like that, you can start taking actions right now. So Sales Cloud typically helps you completely manage the sales life cycle, and helps you manage records and details and data related to all of the business related activities that you do. At the same point of time, it also allows you to provide the capabilities, or it also gives you the capability to do the reporting for each and everything, whether it be the lead, accounts, contacts, conversions, sales, everything, along with the forecasting with some visuals on top of it. You do not need an MBA professional to create those presentations and reports for yourself.
Tableau will do that.
Tableau will do that for you, and even normal dashboards are going to do
Yeah.
that for you. You do not even need Tableau for that. So that's something that Boho Bliss uses.
Right. And also Boho Bliss also, if we talk about the e-commerce perspective, capturing leads, for example, if we talk about the e-commerce, abandoned cart is something you can capture leads from. And most of the business nowadays, even Boho Bliss implemented the same thing, that once you're capturing the lead, you can definitely have your salespeople
reach out to them,
and you can provide some discounts even on call personally, like we want to provide you some discounts, and that would increase chances of getting the sales done. And also there's for the B2B perspective of it, there's also quote management available in sales.
And how can we forget about territory management,
Right.
which is what we saw written in here. Territory management helps you define territories for different geographical locations, if that's how you want to define territories, for different ticket sizes of the sales, that's how you want to manage your teams, right? So like, let's say for high value transactions, you have a different team who takes care of it. But for low value transactions, you have a different team who takes care of it. So this territory management comes as a feature or comes as a comes as a capability which you can implement into Sales Cloud, which can help you which can help you do what?
Get more business.
I mean, divide the workload between the teams that you have based on different factors. Am I correct?
Yep.
Let's talk about Service Cloud.
So let's talk about Service Cloud. So Service Cloud is basically used to track get your customer interactions done. So basically you can track the cases and obviously resolve them as well.
So it helps you manage all of your customer support requests,
Right.
customer service related information.
And also interact with your customers in real time as well. So you can have your live agents chat with your customers in order to solve their queries in live time. And also we can have Einstein bots do that for if you have a lack of service agents there. So you can always rely on Einstein bot. So Service Cloud also has knowledge bases.
Exactly. Knowledge articles and everything, which stores information related to you go ahead.
Right. So it basically stores, as you said, it basically stores information about about your business, whatever you want, the FAQs.
So you do not have to train your support reps in order to serve the clients right for the customer support request. All what they have to do is just need to search for it. And nowadays, with the help of Einstein, by the way, you do not even have to search. Like the case pops up, Einstein suggests you something that
Based
shall
on
we
the
go ahead with that? You just the customer support rep just have to click onto it. Right. You just send it or you do not send it, because of course, as it's an AI, it might not be right. So there is a human touch that's still left, which allows you to act onto certain suggestion made by the AI or not. So yeah, that's what it is.
Right. And also one more thing, Service Cloud can also integrate with different platforms, even social media platforms, the digital engagement. So even if I'm like having a conversation on WhatsApp, so there are business accounts available on WhatsApp, we can connect with it. And someone's messaging me on Facebook or even Instagram, the business accounts. So different social media channels can also be integrated with it.
Exactly. Along with it, there is again analytics and reporting that we can do. We can manage the escalation process and everything very easily. We can implement a lot of automations that needs to be done. Whatever customizations you want to do according to the business that you are into and according to the requirements of your business, it can be done on Service Cloud very, very easily.
So there's one more point mentioned, the FSL. So field service lightning is also it's a very
very important one.
Very important one. It's a whole thing in itself. So you can have like dispatchers. So for example, we have a very good example, Urban Clab, a business that's already running there
in India. And we don't call it Urban Clab nowadays. We call it Urban Company.
Yeah, sorry.
They've rebranded.
They've rebranded.
They have rebranded it. So they have different like service agents in there. They have dispatchers. So whatever customer service request is there, they can fulfill that using field service lightning as well. So yeah.
So they can manage the field agents very easily with the help of field service lightning, which is a part of Salesforce suite of products, not actually part of Service Cloud. That's what you want to say. That's what you want to say, right?
Right.
It works together, but it's a different package altogether. We should not say it as a different product. It's a package. It's a different package altogether, and it helps you manage your field agent. So like, let's say you are Sunrise Roofing, right? And you help businesses and you help individuals implement solar roofing. So you don't just help them implement solar roofing in their houses or in their factories. You also help them to maintain it and manage it along the way, because they do not have their own capacity to do that. And for that, you charge them them an AMC, right? You charge them as an annual maintenance contract. You charge them some amount of money, and you have to provide them the support whenever and wherever required. So in order to do that, you would need some field agents. But in order to manage all of those field agents, where they are, what are they doing, have they worked onto this ticket or not, are the right tickets getting assigned to them or not, all of these things needs to be managed. a lot, and at real time, by the way, because like in a lot of times there is a time boundation or a time limit in
The
this
agent
customer
has to-
support.
agent has to
reach
log
at
yeah.
agent has to reach there in particular hours, number
Right.
of hours or particular number of days. Have they reached over there or not? Have they solved that particular problem or not? What are the products that they would need to buy more from the company? What are the requests that they would need? Whether there is a need for a senior technical person to who should help them in a particular situation that they've got stuck in while solving that particular problem. All of these things can be managed onto a single system called as Field Service Lightning. That's what you're trying to say?
Yep.
Yes, next one. Marketing Cloud, Pardot and loyalty.
Right. So Marketing Cloud is another product by Salesforce which helps you do marketing automations. It has different features. So for example, you can run journeys. There are different builders, first of all. So you've got audience builder, you've got content builder, you've got the personalization builder. So you can create content inside Marketing Cloud that would be actually sent as an engagement to your different customers. So, and there are different studios available as well. The email studio, the social studio, advertising studio. So email studio, definitely as the name suggests, you can create different type of emails, email templates, so that whatever content that you'll be actually sending to your customers. And then there's social studio where you can connect your different social media channels, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram again. There's advertising. So for example, if you're like advertising onto different platforms, even like Google ads or AdWords. So you can track everything in Marketing Cloud as well for that. And there's Data Studio, where basically in order to perform better marketing, there's a data input required. And Data Studio can help you connect with those databases and get all the required
Data sources.
So that can also be done there. And there's a touch of Einstein there as well.
Einstein. Yeah. I got it corrected very much. I used to call it Einstein earlier and I had to re-record a video just because I said Einstein over there a lot of times and I have to just re-record it to say Einstein again. But yeah, it was
I'll
fun.
keep that in mind.
Yeah, you should keep that in mind. Journey automation was also one thing which is very, very important. And why it is very, very important is because a lot of time marketing people are the most creative people out there in the house. I love working with marketing people. I'm not just saying because all of the marketing people at Syntex are sitting over here, but I really love working with marketing people. And whenever you're working with marketing people, they're intuitive, they're creative. They want to visualize things more than just getting into the technical aspects. That's why they've ditched their engineering jobs and kept on came over here to work into marketing. And they want intuitive things, visualization. A lot of visualization is what they demand. This Marketing Cloud platform or Marketing Cloud helps them do that, not just with their journeys, but all of the things that they do in terms of marketing automation. So this tool helps them automate their complete marketing, which reduces a lot of their manual labor to just do the monotonous tasks which are not that of high value or high impact and which do not require much of personalization. This Marketing Cloud helps you plan journeys in a much, much personalized way than any regular individual out there can help you do that. But they do not want to do those monotonous works and all of those things. That's exactly where tools like Marketing Cloud comes into the picture. It helps them automate all of their marketing journeys, automate all of their marketing campaigns in such a way that it's so visualizing, so engaging, and at the same point of time intuitive, with the help of which they focus more onto the creative aspects of reaching out to the customers and bringing more impact for them, rather than just managing those email campaigns, writing down emails manually, making sure the list is completely correct, working more onto the Excel sheets. So you do not imagine a marketing professional working onto Excel sheets. And that's why you need products like Marketing Cloud, so that they can just forget about all of those things once getting implemented and focus on to working more onto creating an overall experience, overall brand experience, or overall marketing experience for your clients or for your customers. And that's exactly where Marketing Cloud comes into the picture to do all of that. Just make the job of marketing guys easier. Your salespeople are going to love you like anything. Does that happen?
It definitely does. It just makes our job so much easier than trying to get rid of that cold calling, cold emailing, just trying to understand if you want something or not. marketing helps a lot.
And also one more thing I just want to ask you is, do you think when you just pick up the phone and do those cold calls and all of those stuff, is it more easier for you to convert clients from a very cold space, or is it more easier for you to work onto the leads that you've captured through some of your marketing campaigns or some of your marketing activities from which the customer has generated some value out of?
I think it's always better the latter way, where the customer is coming to us through our marketing efforts. The whole point of convincing them, okay, we have this value, we can give you this, added value, that all of these steps are bypassed, and the customer has already seen something. They know that whatever they're saying, they're not saying it for the sake of saying it, but they actually have some value that they can provide. So it saves a bunch of efforts of us to firstly requesting them, okay, let's connect at this time, that time. Obviously, having customers across the world, ensuring a time that works for everybody is very difficult. So marketing not only helps us at many different levels to ensure that those initial efforts that we send in terms of reaching out to them, trying to understand what they want, trying to convince them, okay, we have this value. It bypasses all of that. The customer comes to us. We spend 10 minutes about relationship building, and then we jump directly to getting at their requirements. So it saves a lot of effort.
So when you say it saves a lot of effort, can you tell me a number, like how much time it takes you to convert a single cold lead into a customer, and how much time it takes for you in order to convert a customer who has just reached out to you out of some of your marketing campaigns and marketing activities?
So for the cold campaign that I personally worked on, for example, I would reach out to somebody through email, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, message, let's say in January. And they would get back to me in March, like, oh, I need this, right? And do you have support resources, marketing cloud resources, for example? And that would take me 2 months, and then they would, if they come, that's it. And at the very same time, if somebody reaches out to me directly, we save about 8 weeks right there and there. So averagely speaking, it's a 2-month head start that you can get when leads are coming through you, through your marketing efforts, as opposed to you reaching out to them through your cold effort means. Outbound versus inbound marketing is what we say.
Got it. And I had one more question. I forgot it. But and also this is just for one client. The marketing efforts you did was only one time, and it worked out for so many people out there who were part of the campaign.
Reach people at scale.
Exactly.
You can only call n number of people at any given point in time, and you need a dedicated human resource to do that. Where tools like Marketing Cloud, they make our job so much more easier, and it does a better job, a more professional job than any human can do.
Exactly.
Obviously, you need human touch, but at least it lets us do the job at
scale. But you can have an expert to do that job rather than having more people who are not professionally trained to do that, right? And so a lot of times what happens is, with every business, I think that's the case. They all know how to do their business the best, but the problem is in scaling that business.
Absolutely.
And whenever it is about scaling that business, cost, human resource, I would not call it as human resource. He called it, hence I'm repeating it. I never call it as human resource. I take your pardon. But coming back to the point, yeah. So whenever it is about the people, whenever it is about scaling things in numbers, you would need more people, you would need more cost, you would need more time. But your marketing campaigns and streamlining your marketing campaigns in such a way. So let's take an example of this webinar. This webinar is going to, let's say this is a marketing campaign that we are trying to run. This video is going to be out there for years. And this is going to act as a source of people who are going to reach out to us for all of the services that we do, right? I mean, that's not primarily the motive of doing it, but it's also an advantage, right? It's an added benefit of doing it. But all what we are trying to do is trying to provide value to as many people as we can in the minimal amount of time that we can. If we go onto a call with a client, we are just having a one-to-one interaction. But when we are going live onto all of this, there are hundreds of people who are right now live watching it, and thousands maybe later who are going to watch it and are going to get the value out of it. In order to do that same thing one-on-one, it's going to take a lot of time, and also the quality of it is also going to get diminished because we'll have to rely on to more people to do that.
And every person might give a different experience to our customers. So uniform experience is also something that
that's very important.
Absolutely.
And you need that in your marketing activities. So that's exactly where all of this Marketing Cloud and the next one, account management or bracket Pardot, comes into picture and plays the part. So what is Pardot?
So just like Marketing Cloud, it's another marketing automation. It just focuses on B2B customers more. So basically account engagement, it's renamed as account engagement now. So it was like a very core feature of Pardot, where it basically targets certain accounts based on their like preferences and their behavior. And you can segment the accounts based on that, and you can do targeted marketing based on the particular data that you are receiving.
So what you're trying to say is, if you're into B2B business, focus more on to getting a Pardot.
Yeah.
But if you're into a B2C business, focus more on to getting a marketing cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Like, doesn't the marketing cloud have the capabilities or the features which are required to cater the B2B segment of it?
Definitely, it can.
It can do both.
It can do both, but I guess Pardot is a bit.
Pardot is absolutely for B2B. It allows limited features, primarily related to the email marketing and all of that stuff. But yeah, it's really helpful. And it got rebranded as account engagement.
Mm-hmm.
When did it happen?
I guess recently only.
Oh yeah. So along with managing all of your B2B marketing related activities, which is primarily the email marketing activities that we do. Why are you laughing? Tell me. क्या हुआ बता? So we need a camera. यहाँ देखूँ मैं? नहीं देखूँगा. All right, coming back to the point, it helps you do advanced account reporting and analytics as well. So you're just basically tracking the activities that all of your marketing emails or cold emails or whatever you're just throwing out there in the world, or even newsletters, how are they performing and how are they not performing, what needs change, A/B testings and all of those stuff. It can be managed with the help of Pardot or account management very easily. Then comes loyalty management. What is that?
I think Pranshu is the best person to do that.
He's very loyal. Are you? Pransu, just tell me, how loyal are you? Pransu, tell me your experiences about your loyalty and what did you got out of it?
Salesforce loyalty.
Salesforce loyalty.
All right, tell me.
So loyalty management is another product introduced by Salesforce. Basically, if you are trying to run a loyalty program providing more value to your customer, basically it's all about that. So you can run loyalty programs in here, and it kind of provides a very huge number of features in the loyalty management. Like you can create different promotions over there. You can create loyalty management based on engagement attributes, how much a person is buying from you. You can provide more discounts to them. Things like that can be managed in loyalty management.
How do you do that?
So if you're, so for example, let's consider Boho Bliss.
Boho Bliss.
Let's consider Boho Bliss.
How can we forget that?
They can, they have both aspects of the businesses, the B2C and B2B. So for B2C, if they have running a B2C commerce website, you can get your B2C commerce instance connected with the Salesforce loyalty management. So the flow kind of is like once an order is placed, it goes to order management. So order management keeps a track of number of orders a person is making, right? And you can easily track the number of orders a person is making in there, and you can use that analytics in loyalty management in order to like see, okay, this person is buying a lot of things from me and has been buying a lot of things from me, is a loyal customer, so I want to provide him further discounts. So you can do that.
Not just discounts, but yeah, tell me.
Reward him for his loyalty.
Reward him for his loyalty. I mean, a discount is not only the reward, it's also sometimes appreciation, acknowledgement. You've been part of this family for last 10 years. We appreciate your valuable relationship and would want to foster that for the rest of our lives. So so simple message like that, simple email like that, simple touch points where you create that in-person relation, one-on-one connection between the brand and the customer is all what makes a difference, right? So that's something that
discounts and a 6-day Goa trip.
Yeah, that'll work out
that
better.
Can also be.
No, that'll be better than the message, right? I mean, everybody loves Goa other than me. Salesforce Industries.
Right. So Salesforce Industries or Velocity, basically there are different clouds involved in this. So it was like a package made to cater different industries, and Salesforce later on acquired it. So there are different industries present in it. So first of all is the financial services. So under that you can do like different things, like there's relationship management, there is wealth management. So for example, someone who's investing in different things. So for share market or stocks, they have different portfolios created that can be actually synchronized and managed inside field service like Lightning in wealth management. And you can do financial planning as well using this cloud. Then there's health cloud. Definitely, healthcare management is all there. So, for example, we did an implementation where so we all wear smartwatches, right? They track your data, different your heartbeat, and yeah, Shreyas is not wearing one.
I took it off.
You took it off.
I'm still wearing one. So basically, it's tracking data. It's tracking your data, that how much your heartbeat is, how much your different whatever it tracks. So
You don't even know what it tracks, and still you're wearing
Blood
it.
oxygen.
It tracks a lot.
Yeah, blood oxygen.
So okay, it was a mistake buying it, but fine.
Just tell me tell me the unit of blood oxygen.
Tracks unit of tracks SpO2.
SpO2 is what we
but
call
unit of oxygen.
Unit of oxygen in blood. Do you know what that is? Anybody here? All right, let's go ahead. So there's no point of wearing this.
It has to be. Okay, never
It's
mind.
more of an accessory at this point.
Exactly.
Which is smart.
Which is smart, yeah. Dumb.
So, so basically, we kind of synchronized all that data that was collected from this particular device into Health Cloud, so that people can. So, if someone's suffering from a certain disease, doctors would already have access to that data, which is of that particular person. So things like that can also be integrated with Health Cloud and managed over there.
That just like you just scratch the top of Health Cloud. It's way more than that. It can help you manage a small clinic as small as 3 people dentistry that you're running, or as big as a like 1,000 people hospitals or something like that, where you're taking care of everything from patient onboarding till them dying and everything in between.
Managing the doctors and
Yeah, everything. Yeah. Then next is manufacturing cloud.
so manufacturing cloud, you can manage your different. So if you are into
You can manage the production process, supply chain process, and the customer collaboration wherever required in the manufacturing in the complete manufacturing process.
if you're providing rebates to your the business that you're selling to, if they're non-profit and everything, also those things can be managed. It also closely works with order management as well. So yeah, manufacturing cloud is another.
And by the way, all of these clouds today that we know as Salesforce Industries. Initially, Salesforce Industries was Velocity, VLO, not VE, right? VLOCITY, which was primarily an app exchange application on top of Salesforce, which later Salesforce acquired as usual and rebranded it as Salesforce Industries. And there were other clouds. So it was only primarily taking care of 4 to 6 clouds, I guess. 4 of the ones. Non-profit was a different thing. It was taking care of communications, consumer goods, financial services, and then this this media cloud, right? These were the 4 major key industries that it was taking care of. And later, when Salesforce acquired Velocity, and by the way, when I say that Velocity was an app exchange application, what that means is, or what that implies is, that Velocity as an app exchange application was built on top of the Salesforce platform. So Velocity
It's closely connected with the Salesforce.
is completely built onto the native capabilities of Salesforce, right? It's built on top of the platform. It is not using any other technology. So it was very native to the platform, right? That's what you want to say, right? So it was very native to the platform, and hence all of the other clouds also that they had developed on top of Salesforce by themselves also got under the umbrella of Salesforce Industries, which is what we are discussing over here as probably non-profit thing. And it was earlier NPSP, a non-profit starter pack, which now they call as non-profit cloud. And some others as well. So Health Cloud was a different thing as well. It was not part of Velocity earlier.
And there's this government cloud, which basically
takes care of your vaccines.
So
not just that, a lot of things.
Any government programs and basically citizen-centric services can be managed over there. And it also provides enhanced like compliances. Like there is CJIS, and also there is FedRAMP. So these kind of compliances are also there. So it's more secure than the the basic core cloud of Salesforce.
So so see, the thing is, if you're into healthcare industry, if you're into manufacturing industry, if you're into media industry, if you're into telecommunications, you do not have to worry about getting Salesforce and implementing it from the scratch and getting the right partner to do that for you. Salesforce Industries helps you do that very easily by just having more licenses, or more, like, you just have it on top of the sales cloud licenses and everything, and you get a pre-built, very well tested, pre-built application that is still very, very, very much customizable according to the needs and requirements of your business. But you do not have to wait and rely onto your implementation, wait for a long time to get it implemented, first of all, on top of Salesforce, and rely onto the capabilities of your implementation partner to implement it in the right way that your industry needs it. So that's where the Salesforce industry solves the problem of specific industries which can utilize Salesforce capabilities for their industry, but they are earlier they were unable to do so because they had to go through a lot of back and forth between their implementation partner and their like getting the requirements understood and getting things delivered according to the needs and requirements of them was a challenge, which got solved with the help of Salesforce Industries. Correct? Experience Cloud.
So, Experience Cloud, formerly known as Salesforce Communities. Salesforce has a knack for changing the names so frequently.
Let's not talk about it. let's not.
Moving on. You can basically create portals over here. May it be employee portals, customer service portals, or even like partner portals if you're if you want certain people that you're partnered with to see some content. So yeah, it can be used to show content. We have implemented for a company where they are just showing certain educational content to when people buy courses, and they show those particular content over there. So things like that can be done in the Experience Cloud. And as discussed, it also has different licenses and costing according to what you are creating, if it's a customer community portal or a partner community portal. So different license and costing is also there.
So the moment when you want someone to interact with your system who's not part of your own organization, you would want them to have a community or a portal. And that is something that can be catered very easily with the help of Experience Cloud, right? And with the help of Experience Cloud, these are the things that you get. Number one, branded portals. So they would not get to realize that they are logging in, logging out, doing all of those activities inside Salesforce. But at the end of the day, the platform, the hardware, the infrastructure, the applications are all going to be running on Salesforce itself. So, right. Next is customized user journeys. So you can create whatever user journey you want onto that. It's very, very customizable. Just like you can create a website and you can have any journey for the users who are using those websites, and you can initiate the actions based on their interactions onto those websites or onto those portals and communities inside Salesforce without having to worry about creating some integrations between the two parties and securing those integrations as well. So what that means is, like, let's say this is a community or a portal that you have created, and this is the Salesforce Cloud that you have, and now you have to create an integration between both of these based on the interactions that are being done on these communities. You want actions to be taken care of into Salesforce org. But when your portal is running onto the Salesforce Cloud or onto your Salesforce org, when the users are not realizing it, no need of integrations is there. Whatever action they're going to take, or whatever interaction they're going to have onto this portal or community or onto that Experience Cloud, it's just going to initiate some action into the Salesforce, and everything inside your org is going to work accordingly as expected by you. Am I correct? In a very easier way.
Yes.
All right. See, and then comes seamless content integration, community building tools, and again, so it's simple. You, in order to build that community, you do not have to worry about writing down the code from scratch. You get a lot of tools, you get a lot of pre-built forms, a lot of pre-built things, which you can utilize in order to create that particular community, which allows you to develop, deliver, and deploy the community faster. Then comes multi-channel access. It allows you to access into multiple channels. Then comes self-service capabilities, and it's a mobile responsive design. And then comes workflow automation. Very easy, very simple to understand. Einstein and AI Cloud. Let's hear about it.
So Einstein and the AI
Time.
Cloud.
Time. You said team.
Einstein. I'm sorry.
He's getting a hang of it.
So Einstein and AI Cloud. Basically, as we discussed, that it's present in almost all. It's utilized in almost all the Salesforce Cloud. Either we are talking marketing, or we're talking commerce. So even in commerce, you can check out our webinar. So we discussed about Commerce Concierge, where you can just
Plug in.
Even for loyalty, we can plug
Even
in.
for loyalty, yeah.
Yeah, even for loyalty.
You were there in loyalty? No, Vijay was there.
Yeah, but I was sitting over there.
Oh yeah, plug in.
So we were talking about Commerce Concierge. So you can just interact, like you're sending a message to a WhatsApp, right? And using this Service Cloud's digital engagement, you're connecting it with Einstein AI, and you're just asking, okay, what products can I buy if I already have this product, right? And it could suggest to you. Even it can place an order for you. It's as simple as that, and it would just give you a payment link where you can do the payment, and your order would be placed. So it's very simple, and it makes the repetitive tasks like you can just avoid doing the repetitive tasks.
So Einstein is an AI of Salesforce. That's how simple it is. It has been around for a very, very long time. A lot of people might think AI is a new thing. Salesforce has been playing around with this AI thing since 2015, as far as I remember. They earlier might not have called it as Einstein or whatever. I guess they called it that way, but I'm not absolutely sure about it. But yeah, all of these predictive intelligence, predictive artificial intelligence, predictive analysis, predictive whatever, predictive. I saw the demos of it in the year 2016 or 17, something like that. People showcasing how it is doing that already. Now it's not a new thing. Now it's just getting popular amongst the natural crowd of it, right? So Salesforce has been always a pioneer into AI with this Einstein, and they have always been very up in showcasing the capabilities of the AI that they developed. And right now it's the number one AI for any CRM or any cloud computing platform for that matter, which is also very, very secure. A lot of a challenge with a lot of, and again, another plugin, we created a webinar onto predictive AI versus generative AI, or some AI related webinar that we did. What was it? Predictive AI versus generative AI? Is generative AI the new future of Salesforce? We created that. If you want to learn more about AI in Salesforce, you please make sure to watch that webinar. It's really amazing, and it's live on the channel. Coming back to the point, so yeah, I mean, so it's not just like it just serves the capabilities of any other AI out there. It's also a very, very secure AI, because what happens deep down there is a lot of data masking, a lot of data encryption happens in order to send that data to the AI and get a response for that, right? So all of your customer related information, all of your business related information, all of these informations are going to go to the AI in a masked format, so that it cannot be used in a not so good way for your business. Right? That's something that it provides, and how it does that, you can check it out in the webinar that we did earlier. But apart from that, it's one of the amazing AI out there since ages, not just right now. And it just doesn't help you write down the emails for sales executives, write down the marketing emails or marketing campaigns for the marketing executives, customer support ticket responses for your customer support ticket things. It helps you do all of that, right? And on top of it, anything and everything that you want to do, which any other AI has the capability of, can be delivered with this as well. I'm not sure how sooner or later it is going to happen, but with the help of Einstein AI, I guess it'll be able to even write down the code of Apex to get things done, right? Is it already happening? It is supposed to happen, but it's not live yet.
I think it's not mainstream yet. It's happening passively.
But people have already integrated such things. So even like AI can obviously generate code, and you can ask it to write code for Apex, and you can integrate it with Salesforce in some ways.
Yeah, but that can only happen in the developer org, right? The moment you do it with the production org or anything, you're losing onto a lot of compliances part out there. So getting those same things done, but in a compliant way, you would need an AI integrated with the platform. Yeah. And that is something which is already there for from a very long time with Salesforce. So that is something that can that can be amazing. That can be really, really amazing.
Right. So we saw that in Commerce Clouds. So basically, we have page designer components, and we saw that just by writing a prompt that I want this component to look like this, the color should be like this, and it should do this particular functionality. It was able to generate that component, and people can use it. It's very easy.
So that's how it goes.
I think we've seen this in recent general customers as well. Now they want solutions that are fully catered around AI. Earlier it was just like a small functionality of their whole implementation. Now we've got customers asking us to develop a whole
AI
whole
strategy for them.
strategy for them that can replace somebody who doing those tasks. So
Don't call it out loud. But
the
that's
idea
all.
is that it's just not to replace somebody,
They just
to
want
make
to
their job easier, so that they
easier.
can do more important tasks, as we discovered earlier.
All right. So yeah, I mean, when you talk about AI and in general, it's different. It's different, but AI specific to Salesforce, Einstein is a very, very mature thing already, and it's one of the most powerful AI capabilities that you get as a part of the integrated solution of any CRM out there. So yeah, so that's how powerful it is. Next is key matrix of customer success. Before moving ahead with key matrix of customer success, which is exactly what we are going to discuss each one by one based on our own personas and everything. Let me explain it to you. What does customer success mean, right? Chakshav has already explained that to you, but the thing is, anything around customer success is different for different people, right? If you'll ask what is customer success to someone who's the owner of an organization, or who's running the organization, or who's a CEO at the organization, it's going to be different. If you're going to ask what is customer success for a marketing individual, it's going to be something different. If you're going to ask what is customer success to a product manager, it's going to be something different. If you're going to ask what is customer success for the sales guy, it's going to be something different. When you're going to ask what is customer success for someone like who's running operations, is going to be completely different. So in the next slides, we are going to discuss about what customer success actually looks like for all of the different personas or all of the different people out there. So let's start with the owner or the CEO thing, right? Let's not call it the owner. Let's talk about the CEO thing. For CEO, what matters the most, or what defines as a matrix for customer success, is the customer lifetime value, the net promoter score, the churn rate, and the expansion revenue. If you're not covering any of these key metrics and you're thinking that you're trying to provide customer success, let's be honest, you're not. And how can you do that? By not just creating such strategies where you're making sure that your customer lifetime value is high, your net promoter score is high, your churn rate is low. No. You need a constant feedback loop, which is making sure that whatever actions you're taking is generating these kind of results, which is impacting all of these figures or metrics in such a way. And this needs to be a continuous process that should happen. This cannot happen unless you have a way to report that, to analyze that, and to reflect on that. And that's something that all of these Salesforce clouds can help you do, right? So that's something very important. Now let's try to understand it from the sales guy's perspective.
Right, I'll take that one. So, there are a lot of factors that helps us to evaluate if we're doing the things the right way, but some are like customer retention rate. We spoke earlier that acquiring new customers is a more expensive proposition than just maintaining the current ones. So, Salesforce and just customer success helps us to understand the customer retention rate that we have. The higher the rate, obviously it is better. There are multiple ways that we can analyze that through numbers, dashboards. It just gives us an overall graphical view backed by data to see where our retention rate lies. Deal close rates. Obviously, the most important factor is that how much money we're able to bring in. That happens through more closed won deals. Again, Salesforce CRM is the best place to do that, and it helps do that. Again, upselling and cross-selling is one of the more underrated ways to generate more revenue. We've seen that a lot of times that customer comes in and there are a lot of upsell and cross-sell opportunities. That's not there to make more money for us, but also as added value for them, because as we see, there's a whole integrated suite of products of Salesforce. So sometimes if somebody just wants Sales Cloud, we see the value, or they see the value of having Service Cloud or Marketing Cloud built in as well. So Salesforce CRM helps us to identify those cross-sell and upselling opportunities as well, so that we're not trying to have any opportunity lost, or at the end of the day, customer success is something that's very important. So we're just able to understand if there are any other ways we can upsell and add more value. So that's another thing that Salesforce helps us to do.
From the marketing perspective, let me take that one. From the marketing perspective, customer acquisition cost is the one most important factor that we have been talking about from a very long time. Since the time venture capitalist funds and every every PE fund got very, very active, because a lot of companies out there, a lot of businesses out there are spending too much that they actually should not, in order to acquire a customer, and they're not trying to figure out that the customer acquisition cost is even more than the total number of revenue that they can generate in a lifetime of a customer, right? So that doesn't really make sense, not for the person who's running that company, and also not for the person who's giving the money to that person to run that company, right? They should figure it out early. They should not just burn it like anything and then later figure out, oh, our lifetime value was not that much and we burned x millions in x whatever billion sometimes. So you just focus on to these key metrics in order for your business to be a valuable proposition for all the stakeholders involved, including your customers as well as the people owning the shares and pumping you the money in order to survive, and you as an executor using that money to better generate value for the audience out there, and as well as for the stakeholders or the stakeholders out there. So that's something that's very important and very much important to be analyzed at all times. Conversion rates, of course, how much leads are you getting, and then how much conversion are you getting from them. So that's what it is. Customer engagement metrics. Until unless you get customer engagement metrics, you'll never ever be able to identify that whether the leads that you got or whether the leads that you got. So when we say customer engagement metrics, it's again bifurcated into two parts. Number one is a lead engaging and then converting into a customer, and then the customer engaging. So the more the customer is engaging with your platforms, with your social media, with all of your emails and everything, the more brand loyalty there is, and the more the lifetime value is what it's going to be in the future. The longer the customer lifetime value is going to be. And when it comes to leads, the chances of the lead who is interacting more with your channels is going to be higher than the lead which is not interacting that much. So all of your lead scoring activities can be created around this customer engagement matrix only. So that's something that we can do if we analyze, or if we track all of these, these metrics at the right point of time. We good? Now let's talk about operations.
I wish Aditi was here to answer these. But
she must be listening.
So basically, it's more about if everything is working efficiently, right? And that can be done using data. So once you have enough data to analyze that, okay, I'm investing time in this, and parallelly I can do something else. So that is important. And also, so for example, in the company itself, if someone is facing some issues, and we have a proper process set up in order to resolve those things. So I can raise a ticket that I'm facing this particular issue, and the success would be how fast these things can be resolved for operations perspective. So even if I'm getting some cases from external, from my customers itself, so how fast those things are getting resolved and how robust my system is, so that I can, even if it's something to be escalated, that can be managed very easily in Salesforce as well. So things like that are, I believe,
are the key metrics for any operations person out there. Customer support.
Right. I think we've already established how Service Cloud helps us to, deliver better customer support experiences. There are a few matrices that helps us to evaluate this. First is the first response time. It's not only about getting back to your customers, it's about getting back to them as soon as possible with the correct information. Service Cloud helps us to do that. Customer support is really important. Service Cloud ensures that if AI is not able to help it, at least some one way or another, we're reaching out to our customers and providing, resolutions to their queries. Other is the CSAT score. As working within sales, I understand the importance of CSAT scores, which basically means customer satisfaction. The higher the customer satisfaction, the better it is. Again, to be better than a competitor, it's not only about the level of your initial offering that offering. It's about the post sales effort as well, both in terms of ancillary support and just like support resolution. So it also passively and directly helps you to increase your CSAT score as well, and just ticket volume and trends as well. We've seen, like, let's talk about e-commerce, businesses during times of Christmas, Diwali, or any of the hot, festival periods. The number of inquiries that come their ways is exponentially high. At times like this, having a smart and a capable platform can help you get back to your customers much quicker and with better responses. That again escalates your experiences to another level altogether.
There's always during these seasons, there's always delay in delivery time, and people are asking that when will my product be delivered. So at that particular point,
Right, if you're able to get in,
What product were you looking for which you couldn't wait that month?
I mean, I'm just giving an example, not me. I didn't buy anything. Christmas.
He's asking for a friend.
For a friend.
You ordered something for a friend?
हाँ चाहिए थी चीज़ें
अच्छा
friend को.
ठीक है.
Right. Yeah, to sum up, so again, ticket volume and trends through busy periods, also a capable tool will help you get ahead of your competitors and provide speedy resolutions to your customers.
Then comes best practices and tips for customer success. I guess we've got experts in this. Number one, understanding the customer needs.
Right.
Yeah, let's hear it from you.
Yes. So Salesforce, and just generally speaking as well, understanding what the customer needs is the very paramount step that every business should focus on. Syntaxa definitely does that. We don't try to sell tailor-made solutions. We try to sell tailor-made solutions. We don't try to sell cut and copy paste solutions. We understand by first listening to what exactly the needs are. There are a bunch of research, bunch of background effort that goes into it to ensure that the needs are identified, and then everything, the architecture, the whole scope of work is built from there. Then there's proactive communication. Like we said initially as well, communication is at the center of everything that we do. We are not reactive, we are always proactive, which means that we are always actively understanding, trying to identify gaps, trying to identify where some confusions may lie, and then having open and honest conversations and proactive conversations with our customers and all the stakeholders involved. Personalized engagement, we spoke about Marketing Cloud, and other tools on top of that helps you create personalized engagement, email campaigns, just any sort of engagement materials that runs our customer way.
Personalized engagement requires knowledge of the industry as well. Understanding customer business is very important.
And the customer is important things as well, right? So a lot of time what happens is someone is working into an industry. They're like, let's say there are two people who are doing the business into the same industry, but the two of them have got completely different mindsets and completely different visions and missions for themselves and for their business. So you have to have that understanding that what exactly are they looking for, and how do I have to serve them according to what their vision and mission is, and cater to the services, cater to the things that they need at that point of time. Do you think? Have you felt that? Then regular check-ins.
Yes. So there's a agile way of doing things that we follow for most of our projects here as well.
For this webinar as well.
Correct. So it's always important again to keep all the stakeholders informed of the progresses, any challenges, issues. It doesn't always have to be about positive things. Even if you're facing some challenges, it's better to get ahead of it.
And it's not always about just checking in for the negative things. It's also about letting them know and celebrating the small successes that you've made along the way.
It's basically about everything. It's important to regularly check in with whoever is involved with that particular project or just anything that you're doing. And then customer education. As consultants, as Salesforce consultants, our people have spent a lot of time in upskilling themselves, trying to stay ahead of the curve. Salesforce introduces a lot of, I think 3 enhancement they improve every year, right?
3 release cycles.
Summer, winter, spring.
So, our consultants, our people, our architects put in a lot of time and effort to ensure that they upskill them and brush themselves with the latest knowledge, and then basically impart that knowledge to customers. For example, somebody is taking loyalty. It's a relatively new product, a niche product of Salesforce. We have people who dedicatedly spend a lot of time in ensuring that they have complete understanding of every capability, functionality, big ones, small ones, and then have that knowledge transferred onto the end users to ensure that they realize the full value of the investment they've made into the Salesforce product. think I've covered most of it.
Customer education, as education is my primary and always going to be my primary thing. Educating the people out there is a very, very important aspect of it, because a lot of time what we do is we start expecting people to be at a certain level that we think we are, or we expect people to be already aligned with us just because they had couple of conversations with us. No, it's not really like that. We have to educate people, whether it be your customers or the people who are working with you. No matter who they are, at the end of the day, if you really want a more collaborative way of working, you have to educate people into all of that stuff. It's not just a one-way process. It's a bi-directional thing, right? You also get educated along the way when you're educating people. So keeping this one thing in your mind is going to make a lot of things easier for you, because that'll not have you. That'll allow you to not have enough of expectations, which is going to later turn out to be a nightmare for you. Did that happen with him?
Yes.
Tell us about that experience.
So for example, I've been working with this particular customer.
You don't call the name.
Yeah, we won't be calling the name.
Yeah.
So basically, they have been like, we're trying to provide them some certain things that are general best practices in terms of development and best architectural practices. So eventually, they always denied that we don't need it right now. We don't need it right now. Sometimes we felt like that this really should be there. But at the end, I tried to understand that obviously it's all about if the customer really requires that or not. Doesn't matter if it's industry standard. Sometimes it's like you need to understand that if it's something's already in place and it's already fulfilling the requirements of the customer, you don't really need to push things.
So if they are ready with a train, don't sell them a plane.
Yeah.
That's all what he's trying to say. Is it?
Yeah.
All right. Then comes quick issue resolution. Be very, very proactive when it comes to resolving the issues or even addressing and accepting it. Then comes customer feedback loop. Again, very, very important. As we said, we initiate a lot of things, but we do not actually reflect back onto the things that we started on. And we do not take feedback loops at what is the impact of whatever we did in order to do it a better way, not do it more, whatever the thing is. Reflection can only happen when there's a feedback loop. So make sure that that is there. Then comes collaborative relationship. It is not just so a lot of time what happens is clients think that they've hired a consultant, they've hired an implementation partner, they've hired an expert into it, and now it's their job to just get it done for them. No, it's not their job to get it done for you. They are there to help you do that for yourself or for your business. You have to understand that. No matter how expensive of a developer or a consultant you're going to hire, if you're going to think that the more money you're going to pay, the easier the job is it going to be without you being a collaborative into that, believe me, you're going to get a vanilla solution that is not going to actually produce the kind of value that it could have brought in if you would have actually collaborated along or not. If you do not have the time to do that, have someone in your team who understands your business, who understand the way you guys execute, you function, to let the consultant, let the implementation partner, let the partner know about it. Because until unless you're going to do that, you're just going to get a vanilla product or vanilla solution, which is not going to solve any of the problems that you're facing. And then you're going to be cribbing about it that particular person didn't solve your problems. No, it's not their job to solve your problems. It's their job to solve your problems, but without you being collaborative about that relationship, it's never going to happen. And it has never happened, believe me. You might think that giving more money is going to solve the problems. No, it never does. That's what I think. What do you guys think?
Yeah, definitely. Until unless we don't understand.
I mean, a lot of times this happens, right? People just say it to us, you take as much money as you want, but you don't bug me every 2 weeks. No, that's not going to happen.
Also, it's about making sure that we're not bugging them in terms of asking repetitive questions, right? Trying to gain insights into what their vision of this development or product is.
Yeah. So and if you that's how people need to evolve, right? It's not like you just outsource something, hence it's not your responsibility, somebody else's. At the end of the day, it's going to impact you, your customers, and your people in the organization. So it's your responsibility. You've just collaborated with someone who has got the expertise in order to solve it in less amount of time, with less amount of resources. And yeah, I mean, in the best possible manner that can happen for you. So that's something that you have to understand. Then comes revenue focus. See, at the end of the day, no matter how good of a car you have got, this is exactly what I say in Syntax as well. no matter how good of a car you've got, even if you've got the best of the best Porsche or Lamborghini or whatever you want to call it, you need to have money to put in petrol in that, and and that's how simple it is. So have money for the petrol, and that's exactly what revenue focused means. And then comes operation efficiency. So continuously having these feedback loops and analyzing data makes you become more efficient in terms of your operations and tracking the activities overall. So these are some best practices that one should focus on while working onto their customer success. Now let's talk about how to choose the right implementation partner. Of course, you have to look at their experience and expertise, the partnership and proficiency, and whether they're collaborative and communicative or not. And when it comes to their proficiency, it's not just about their proficiency into the tool or the technology or the thing that they're working on. It's also about their proficiency into the industry and understanding the business that you're in. Then comes data security and compliance. So yeah, whether they have that or not, and then comes project management approach, and then whether they'll be able to provide the support and maintenance or not, and whether they have enough of the team to support the kind of needs that you might want to have, even if something goes here and there. So that's one thing. Before going ahead with the question and answers round, we have a link to showcase. We have a form available. Probably here's the link. Oh yeah, there. This is the barcode, and this is the link. Right. So whatever feedbacks, whatever suggestions, whatever questions you have, you can just use this link or just scan this barcode, or just do one thing. If you're watching it on phone, just like press those two buttons and take a snapshot of it. Or if you're just watching it on a laptop or something like that, you just take out the snipping tool and snip it, and you just then, later go to this form or submit it, or you can just do it right now as well. We are just going to wait for a minute or two, and then we are going to come back to the questions. And do we want the questions to be here? Submitted here in this form? No, we do not want that. So the questions can be taken care of in the comment section as well, but whatever there is, you can just use this one. We done? We have got 1 more minute. Meanwhile, let's have some what? What time is it?
10:19.
10:19. What are you going to do when you're going to go back home?
I'll have my dinner.
What about you?
Have coffee.
How many coffees have you already had for the day?
2.
And how big was your glass? Show it to the world.
A
right?
human size.
No, that was not a human size.
I'm not on screen, so I can do whatever.
It is this big. And you're going to have it cold or hot?
Cold.
Don't you like kadai ka doodh?
Do this for morning.
Achha. And rest of the day is for the day, all right. So you're not going to have any milk in it? No. In the morning also you do not have any milk? Achha. So in the night you have a black coffee?
It should be the other way around, but I just need...
You need it for what?
Coffee. I'm craving coffee.
Achha. He's very politically correct, by the way. Always he demands you to do. No, you actually got that job because you were politically correct always. Diplomatically honest. Diplomatically. All right. Let's have the question and answers. Looks like people are already in the vacation mode, or festival season. Hence there are velocity and manufacturing clouds are coming together, where velocity will play a role in more to the development area, where the manufacturing cloud this is correct. This is correct. If customer needs not within the scope of Salesforce, what to do? Within the scope of...
If things cannot be satisfied with Salesforce.
There is always... There's nothing that we have seen till date which cannot be satisfied with Salesforce until unless they want the server to be in their premises. Yeah, there have
there
been
was
a lot
customer
of requirements in which people were like, we are ready to go with Salesforce, but we want the servers in our premises. We said that's exactly where we are pulling back. So until then, there's no reason why Salesforce cannot serve a particular requirement. There is always an option to go custom, and when you go custom, you can get anything developed, right, very easily. Anything else? We're done? All right. It was a nice session, very comfortable on the sofa and very relaxing and casual. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for taking out the time for this session and this webinar. I'm not sure whether this is really the 11th one, but I think it's the 12th one.
It's 11.
This is 11th one, right? All right. Yeah. But yeah, this is the 11th one and we had an amazing one. Thank you so much guys for being on the show. Thank you so much guys for being for staying so late to complete this, and thank you so much guys for bearing us for so long. Thank you so much for being part of this show. We are going to consistently produce this valuable information and content for all of you in order for you to not just get educated onto it but also to get entertained, and that's what our primary role is. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.